Hey guys, it's Katie and today I've got my Basics 101 covering my brow routine and care. So if you're interested in how I keep up with these little caterpillars, then just please keep on watching. For kind of brow maintenance and upkeep and shaping, I do wax my own brows. I follow the Anastasia kind of method where they do like the stencil and they fill it in and then wax away whatever's not filled in. As far as deciding the shape and where to start and end my brows, I use the 3-point method. It will take a brush that has no tapering in it whatsoever. Then I'll go in from the center of my nostril and go straight up, and that's where my brow will start. And then from the outside of my nostril to the side of my iris, which is the colored part, that's where my arch will be. And then from the nose to the end of my eye is where the brow will stop. Now, not many of us were born with arches in our brow. I don't think I particularly have a very high arch, but there are ways to accentuate it without over plucking and without losing the fullness of your brow. My makeup will generally dictate the type of brow product that I will use and what tone I will go for. As far as tools for application of the brow products, of course an angle brush, just because it makes it a lot easier to maneuver along your brows. And to complete and set any brow look, you want a brow gel. My favorite and absolute holy grail is this one from Anastasia. It's the clear brow gel. And now, without any further ado, onto the tutorial. So I usually just take a brow brush, lash comb, and then just kind of brush through the brow hairs. I usually go up towards the start of the brow and then just kind of follow the shape down to the tail. So typically this corner will be the lightest, and then it'll kind of deepen out to where this will be, the tail will be the darkest, but will still kind of feather out into like nothing. So what I usually do is just follow the bottom of my brow. I will go into the top of the arch and then draw downward to connect it with the tail, like so. Then just above the pupil is where I'll draw in the top part of the brow to connect it to the arch. So we'll kind of have like this outline right here. Now for filling in, I go against the grain, just so that way you really fill in the brow without having to use too much product. So we'll kind of have that. And then going back to the front of the brow, I'm just gonna start feathering up. And I'll take the spoolie on the end and then just kind of brush up. Once I've filled it into my liking, I will just brush through the entire brow. And then once it's brushed through, I'll kind of go back and see where there's little bald patches and kind of touch up that. That's this brow filled in with the pencil. Now I'm going to fill in this brow with the brow duo. I'm going to go in with the darker color and just kind of following the same method we did with the pencil. without adding any extra product. I kind of just feather in from the start of the brow and feather up. Then brushing through. Really concentrate brushing the first part of the brow rather than the arch and tail, just because that's where I want it to be the darkest. Now taking a very small synthetic brush, we're going to go in with the concealer. What I like to do is put it under the highest point of the arch, so I concentrate most of the color and brightness there, and then I'll feather it out along the rest of the brow and then downward. So to set the concealer, I'll go in with my brow highlight. I use Max Blanc type. I'll go in with my clear brow gel, also from Anastasia, and just kind of set the brows. I also like doing this because it gives some texture back into the brows so they don't look super drawn on, even though that's what they pretty much are. It really defines the hairs and makes them a little more prominent, so it looks a teeny bit more natural. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up for me and subscribe for more. If you haven't checked out any of my other previous Basics 101 videos, I'll leave them linked somewhere on the screen as well as in the info box. Don't forget to leave any questions, comments, feedback, suggestions, or requests that you may have in the comment section down below. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video. And until then, I leave you with lots of love and laughter. And to her for her.